All right, now we're really proud to have our next guest here with us in studio. He's a man who's done remarkable things in the world of eco and conservation. In fact, he's talking us to us about his latest book called The Deadzone, where the wild things were. His name is Lymbery, and he joins us this morning to chat about it and just to find out exactly more about your work. So thank you very much for being here with us. We do have an eco segment on our show, and we focus a lot on wildlife and what is going on and climate and all those kind of things. And I mean, when you think about eco and conservation, the word extinction comes to mind. Does this kind of paint a picture of the relevance of the book that you have put together and where we are right now in the world?
Absolutely, and Deadzone is the result of a 2-year journey that I went on around the world to get under the skin of factory farming, of industrial farming. And what I found was that it's not just about cruelty to chickens, pigs and cattle, you know, where chickens are kept in cages so small they can't stretch their wings, or pigs in crates where they can't turn around for months on end, or cattle kept crowded and confined fed on corn, which is an unnatural diet. It's not just about that. It is also driving mass wildlife declines. It is a major driver of wildlife declines. In fact, over the last 50 years, since the widespread adoption of factory farming globally, the world has lost half of its wildlife. Now, to me, that's a terrifying statistic.
And made even more terrifying by the fact that we have this increasing population boom, so the demand for consumption is ever increasing as well. So when you think about those two sides of the scale, what is there actually that we can do? And hopefully your journey in the past 2 years has opened up a few doors and has opened up a few ideas of what we can do.
Well, I think the key thing to get across is that factory farming wastes food, it doesn't make it. And the key thing to understand there is that when we take farm animals off of the land, off of pasture, where they're converting things we can't eat, like grass, into things we can, meat, milk and eggs, when we put them into factory farms, we suddenly have to grow their feed elsewhere. And this is grown in vast chemical-soaked prairies, corn, soya and the like. Then, when we feed those crops to those farmed animals, they then waste most of the food value from that scarce arable land, most of the food value in conversion. So it makes much more sense, actually, to have arable land growing food for people, have the farm animals on the land converting grass into things we can eat. Yeah. This way we can feed the world. At the moment, factory farming is squandering enough food to feed 4 billion extra people on the planet. Factory farming wastes food. It does not make it.
So how do we then, at the end of the day, as consumers, then, I guess, make our voices heard so that at the end of the day, there is a real change that will then hopefully turn around in those 4 billion people being fed?
Well, Deadzone is a story of what's going on under the skin of factory farming, but it's also a story of hope. And what we can do as consumers is we can go easy on the meat. Don't eat too much meat and milk and eggs, because, you know, after all, they're not overdoing it. It's not good for our health. But what we can also do is look for better meat. So look for pasture-fed, free-range or organic. In this way, we're not only being more compassionate to the farm animals, we're protecting the world's wildlife, and we're providing our families with better food. So what could be better than that?
Yeah, I can't think of anything else. And thank you so much for going on this journey on our behalf and, you know, producing a product that at the end of the day will be educating us on how to better take care of ourselves and our environment and our animals out there. So thank you so much. Philip, the book is called Deadzone, Where the Wild Things Were. Make sure to get it online and, of course, all reliable store retailers.